Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We installed doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Ready! 70, Indy. Come on, dude!
On first down, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Squeeze.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. Hey, orbit. Here we go. Here we go. Get it.
Block off of play action. They'll find Royce Freeman, the running back. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Okay, ready? 53's mine. Check. 50. Hey, box truck, box truck. Yes, 53's
now Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. To throw, it's Mahomes. And going deep for him. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down. Yellow. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Yellow. 53 to Mike. 53. 2, fellas, let's go. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Yeah.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
53. Check 53. So don't say nothing. Let's go. Here we go. Charlie, 53. Mike, 53.
To try again after the sack. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Hey, watch it. Ready?
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsay. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. Right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
First down.
60 Pittsburgh.
I know he ain't got it. Strong right. Strong right. Strong right.
Hey, Zoo.
Bring out. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Switch. Rush in.
Hey, lock it.
Watch the
They go.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Aaron Lynch, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
94 is the mark. 94.
Hey, Wahoo.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Secret.
Throwing on second and long. Locke.
Let's go. You tighten up.
Complete here, it's Hyde. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there, perfectly executed crossing route.
Ready.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
I smell fear in that offense. He's coming.
Rock it.
Clock now to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Come on. He's cracked. He's checking crack.
61. Matchbox light. Ready to go.
55. I'm coming for you, son. Check. Fresno. Check.
Right up.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. McManus's point after is good, and they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check tight.
Now here's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep...
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Here we go.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll run here with Lindsey. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
60 or 6-6, pull it high.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Look at me. Go. Five.
On 3rd and long, it's locked. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Wow, evasive.
Make them.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A 77-yard punt return. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
The point after is good, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got you.
Hey, Alpha, look at me. Zipper.
Popo to Mike. Mike's Popo. Let's go, defense. Our time. Let's
Go.
Clock now on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football. Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On third down, block. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
It's Hill, complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take him into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Hey. 4 down. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Too low.
Hey, Delta.
94 is the mark.
Lock now on first down. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark.
Bravo.
I'm here all day.
You're out. Clear. Shoot.
A give running right, Lindsey. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. but it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He's got the first down inside the 10th, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. On the toss play, this is Dixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Yellow.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Set the tone, defense.
They stay on the ground with Dixon. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 15. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 45 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Locke, he's got his big tight end, Fant. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
It's going to be a long day.
Hey.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
To throw on 3rd down. Locke. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game just
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll run with Lindsey. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. One more time with Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Lock now on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And McManus able to put it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Let's go!
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Hey, 43, 15.
43 is the mic. Watch the curl. Watch the curls. Mike's 43. High 7. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Completes it to Dixon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. On first down, they go with Dixon. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I got you.
Mahomes going to throw. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. The 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
43, 43, 15.
You're all up, baby. Get this. You're all up. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Chiefs 30, Broncos 20.
Right back to Dixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I think it's pretty easy to say this is a ginormous 3rd down opportunity here for the defense. And I'm just going to tell you, Brandon, from my experiences, what you're saying in the huddle to each other is all the right things. Read your keys, do your job. But the biggest one, you don't have to do more. Just do what you can do, and you can make this play.
Taken from just outside the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Hey, wahoo!
53's mine. Check.
Yo, go, go.
Coming this way. Here we go. 53's the mine.
Hey, seam 6. Let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lock. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
SOS.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Ball up out to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
218, chopper.
Now on 2nd and 13. Block. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Touchdown, Broncos! A 2-yard touchdown grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So they get the score, partner. Game's not over, but they still need some help here.
Agreed. They definitely need some help, but they took care of the first part by scoring themselves.
McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime we have a defensive battle. But that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back.
He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 35. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. And even 40 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Dixon. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
He was brought down by Von Miller. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Broncos' 33-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Dixon again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Third and 9.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morgan. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. First down. It's Dixon, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Check nickel.
Mahomes to throw. His throw incomplete. Mecole Hardman the intended target, and it's third down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
They'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Brings up second and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Another run by Lindsey. And some room to run now. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Broncos, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. If we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. And I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Hit to hit with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me, I am up. #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Yeah. 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 Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room.